Hey, life group leaders. Want to let you know about some things going on. In the last video, I talked to you a little bit about expanding the base. How a pyramid can't go any higher, a triangle can't go any higher unless we're broadening the base, which always means leadership development. We simply cannot minister and disciple to all of the people who are coming into our church with the number of leaders we have now. No matter what, we've got to make more leaders, and in many cases, we've got to double our leaders, not just make one more. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about recruiting leaders and kind of the steps to making a new leader. Now, on the February 24th training, we're going to go into this in a good bit of detail, but I realized that you really need to know the first step before the training because you need to get people there. We always say that there are 3 steps to adding a new leader. Recruiting, equipping, and empowering. It's that simple. We recruit leaders, we equip them, and then we empower them to lead. Very, very simple. So I want to take just a moment and talk to you about recruiting leader. The very first thing you need to be doing is just have your eyes open to potential. I've noticed that we have an issue right now with we're looking for somebody who is at our level of leadership or at our level of facilitation ability or something like that. Don't look for somebody who's ready to lead now. Look for somebody who has potential. Do they have integrity? Do they have some basic relational skills? Honestly, I'm impressed at how much we've been able to develop relational skills in a lot of our people. We have some life group leaders right now that have groups that are booming that would have told you 2 years ago that they were afraid to talk to people. And God does great things. See potential. Does the person have integrity? Do they believe in the mission? They've got potential. Start developing them. The other thing is affirm that potential in them. You've got to go and actually tell the person, hey, I believe that God is doing something in you. I'm seeing integrity. I'm seeing a great heart for the Lord. I think He could use that to disciple people. And so kind of affirm that a little bit. And after affirming, and this, by the way, could all happen in the same conversation. After affirming them a little bit, talk about the need. Mention, hey, listen, our church is growing. Oh my goodness, is our church growing. It's an incredible thing. We had 78 salvations last year alone, not to mention all the new believers, young believers that were already there. We've got to have people to disciple them. It is our responsibility to disciple them. And give a pitch about what a great need there is for discipleship. And discipleship primarily happens through life groups in our church. So as you're making that pitch, talk about the need, and then don't ask them for a big commitment. Don't ask them to sign up to be a life group leader that day or to sign up to be your apprentice that day. Ask them for one step. One just checking it out step. I love how Nicky Gumbel in our Alpha videos, he talks about not taking a leap of faith, but a step of faith. So what we'd like to do is ask people to take a step towards leadership. There's not a commitment, it's just a step. And that step is inviting them to the February 24th Life Group Leader Training. That's going to be a Sunday morning. We're going to have a training at 9 and then the same training again at 11. We're going to be in the Senior Center. So it's simple. You don't have to miss church. You don't even have to lose a Saturday, 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Bring a potential apprentice. So think about, we're recruiting leaders at this point. And this is the way we do it, just reviewing. We see potential, not immediate ability. We affirm potential and gifting. We communicate the need, which is great for discipleship. And we ask them for a step, just a step. Not a lifelong commitment, but a step towards potential leadership by coming to the February 24th training. So I hope you all can do that. By the way, other things going on. Want to say, first of all, I know some of you are starting to get more and more used to using CCB, which, by the way, we're calling Open Door Connect now. So as you're using Open Door Connect, some of you are really faithful on it. Thank you. Just the reports and everything have been wonderfully helpful. Those who are not, we're going to continue to be communicating with you and getting you on it, training you, and all that kind of stuff. The other thing I want to brag on a life group. Many of you know the Stinsman Life Group. They have done a lot of serving. They've got a lot of people that they've evangelized and that they're discipling in that group. I'm wonderfully proud of that group. Man, God has done amazing things. Just this week, Dan found out about some needs for people that don't have beds and they're in tough financial situations. And that group mobilized in an amazing way. Holly Huff starts calling around, finds a connection about a hotel that was giving away something like 150 beds. We got 75 of them. The men from that group and some other groups moved them to a storage facility where now we're distributing them out to people in need. That's incredible. God worked in such a way. We had several people, and notice that there were several people playing different roles. There were connectors, There were people making arrangements. There were people actually doing the grunt work, serving. But God just did something incredible. Channel 5 is interviewing Dan today because they're just so impressed with this. This is just one of many stories of how God is working. I know that God is working in your life group, so please keep telling me stories and keep up the good work. Something incredible is happening here, and I'm so proud of what you all are doing to be a part of it. Praise God. Have a great week.